Why they return after rejecting you. Have you ever had someone who once rejected you suddenly show up again, out of nowhere? Maybe they ghosted you, straight up told you they weren't interested, or made you feel like you didn't even matter. You were hurt, but you didn't let it break you. You focused on yourself, worked through the pain, and built your confidence back up. But just when you thought you were finally over them and in a better place, they come back, as if nothing ever happened. Now you're left wondering, why now? What's changed? Are they serious? Or are they just playing with your emotions? It's a whirlwind of confusion, frustration, and maybe even a little curiosity. It feels like they only returned because they see you thriving without them. But here's the thing, this isn't just a random moment. There's always a reason behind their reappearance. In today's video, we're diving deep into the real reasons why people who rejected you might suddenly want back in. We'll uncover the truth about their motives and reveal how to handle their return with confidence, clarity, and self-respect. Whether this has happened to you already or you want to be ready for when it does, this video will give you the tools you need to stay strong and protect your peace. Let's break it all down, so you're never caught off guard again. Keep watching, you won't want to miss this. 1. Ego boosts. Let's dive into one of the hardest truths to face. Sometimes, people don't return because they miss you, they come back because they miss the attention you gave them. Think about it. You made them feel special, important, in a way that no one else could. Your attention was a boost to their ego, and now that you're no longer feeding that need, they feel an emptiness. People who thrive on constant validation can't stand the idea of losing it. If you were the person who made them feel validated, admired, and special, they may come back not because they want you, but because they want that admiration again. It's like an addiction, they crave that boost to their self-worth, and if they sense you're no longer there to provide it, they'll attempt to come back, but the moment they've gotten what they need, they'll vanish once more. This kind of behavior isn't about rekindling a meaningful connection, it's about stroking their own ego. If someone only comes back to feed their sense of importance, it's okay to step back. You don't have to entertain someone who only returns when they need to feel good about themselves. You deserve to be loved for who you are, not just as a source of temporary validation. Don't let your energy be drained by someone whose intentions are solely to boost their own self-esteem. 2. Fear of missing out. Ever wondered if someone who rejected you only comes back because they're afraid of missing out on something they could have had? It happens more often than you think. When they see you thriving, whether it's through social media or in person, something inside them shifts. They see you moving on without them and suddenly, they regret their decision. They might have dismissed you once, but now they realize they let go of something truly special. This fear of missing out, FOMO, often pushes them to reach out. But it's not because they're genuinely ready to reconnect. It's more about soothing their own insecurities. The moment they see you thriving without them, they start questioning if they made the right choice. The thing is, though, their reaching out isn't about rebuilding a meaningful relationship. It's about confronting their own fear of losing something they didn't value at the time. This kind of return is rooted in their own doubts and regrets, not in a genuine desire to make things work. So, don't let their fears trick you into reopening old wounds. You've worked hard to move on, and you deserve someone who wants to be in your life for all the right reasons, not because they're afraid of what they might lose. Protect your progress and don't let someone else's FOMO become your problem. 3. Loneliness. Loneliness is a powerful force. When life gets tough, whether through a breakup, a rough patch, or an emotional struggle, people often seek comfort from the past. Maybe that person who rejected you once provided you with a sense of security and emotional support. When they find themselves in a low moment, they might reach out to you, not because they miss you, but because they're seeking relief from their own loneliness. It's not about you, it's about them needing that emotional safety net. They're going through a tough time, and they want someone to comfort them. The question is, are they truly seeking you, or just using you as a temporary emotional crutch? If they're only coming back because they need someone to soothe their pain, there's a good chance that once their situation improves, they'll drift away again, leaving you to pick up the emotional pieces. You deserve more than to be someone's emotional fallback when they're struggling. Real relationships are built on mutual respect, understanding, and effort. If they only come back when they're lonely or vulnerable, you have every right to keep your distance. True connection doesn't come from being someone's temporary escape, it comes from consistent care, respect, and growth. 4. Genuine regret. Genuine regret is rare, but it's one of the most powerful reasons someone might return. Sometimes, after time has passed, a person may reflect on their past actions and realize they've made a huge mistake. They look back and recognize how they hurt you or took you for granted. The weight of that regret can lead them to reach out, hoping to make things right. Unlike those who return just to boost their ego or soothe their insecurities, someone who truly regrets their actions will show it through their behavior. They won't expect you to pick up where you left off, they'll acknowledge the pain they caused and work to rebuild trust over time. If someone comes back with genuine regret, they won't rush you into forgiving them. They'll respect your need for space and prove, through consistent effort, that they're worthy of your trust. Reconciliation, in this case, is a slow process, and they'll understand that. But even if their regret is genuine, you're not obligated to let them back into your life. Trust your instincts and understand that you deserve someone who values you from the beginning, not someone who only recognizes your worth after losing you. 5. Emotional growth or change. People can change, and sometimes those changes bring about a return. After rejecting you, they might undergo significant personal growth or shift their perspective on love, relationships, or life in general. They could have learned from their past mistakes and now recognize that they didn't appreciate you the way you deserved. If they've gone through emotional growth, their return might offer the possibility of something different. However, it's important to evaluate whether this growth is sustained or if it's just temporary. People who have truly changed will show self-awareness and acknowledge the mistakes they made. They won't simply return and expect everything to go back to how it was. They will approach you with humility and a real desire to build something meaningful. The key here is to watch their actions. Have they demonstrated real change? Or is this just a temporary shift in perspective? While emotional growth can offer a second chance, don't ignore red flags if they fall back into old habits. Growth is an ongoing process, and the person who's truly grown will prove it by making consistent, positive changes in their behavior. 6. Life circumstances have changed. Sometimes, a major life change can bring someone back into your life. They may have gone through a breakup, a career change, or some other major shift that caused them to re-evaluate their past decisions. The timing might feel right for them now, and they may want to reconnect, not necessarily because they miss you, but because they realize they're in a better place to offer what they couldn't before. This could be a job opportunity, personal growth, or a shift in perspective that makes them feel ready for a relationship. However, you'll need to evaluate whether the shift is genuine or if it's just about them feeling that now is the right time for their own reasons. Are they reaching out because they truly want to rebuild what was lost, or because they now see you as someone who fits into their changed circumstances? Be cautious in assessing their true intentions, and don't let someone else's life changes lead you to compromise your own happiness and progress. If they're truly ready, they'll show up with consistency, patience, and respect for what you've built. 7. Curiosity. Curiosity can be one of the most frustrating reasons someone comes back into your life. Maybe they see you thriving, and they simply want to know if you'd still be open to them. But their return is not motivated by a desire to reconnect or heal the relationship, it's just a test of the waters. They might not be looking for anything deep, they just want to see if the door is still open. This type of behavior can leave you confused and hopeful, as it might feel like a chance to pick up where you left off, but it's not. Someone who's genuinely interested in building a relationship won't approach with hesitation or ambiguity. They'll be clear about their intentions and put in real effort to rebuild the connection. If someone reaches out with only half-hearted gestures or vague messages, it's likely they're just curious, not committed to making things work. Protect your energy from people who only return out of curiosity. If they truly care, they'll show up with intention and consistency, not just a passing desire to see if you're still available. When someone who once rejected you comes back into your life, it's important to stay grounded and protect your peace. Their reasons for returning can vary, but assessing their motives carefully will help you make the right decision. Whether it's ego, fear of missing out, loneliness, genuine regret, emotional growth, life changes, or curiosity, always remember that you deserve someone who values you consistently. Keep your boundaries firm, trust your instincts, and know that the right person will enter your life when they truly respect you and your journey.